The giant shuddered. Little cherries of muscle rolled along Milo's jawline. His hand was where his gun would have been if he hadn't checked it at the gate. Dollard said, "Gonna make it to the TV room today, Chet?" The giant swayed a bit. I think you should make it to the TV room, Chet. There's going to be a movie on democracy. We're going to sing the Star-Spangled Banner. Could use someone with a good voice." "Yeah, Pavarotti," said the giant, suddenly cheerful. He and Domingo were at Caesar's Palace. They didn't like the way it worked out. Rimmon not doing his voice exercises. Li, 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 lo, lo, lo. No egg yolk to smooth the trachea. It pissed Pavarotti off. He didn't want to run for public office. "Yeah, sure," said Dollard. He winked at Milo and me. The giant had turned his back on all three of us and was staring down on the bare tan table of the yard. A short, thick, dark-haired man had pulled down his pants and was urinating in the dirt, setting off a tiny dust storm. None of the other men in khaki seemed to notice. The giant's face had gone stony. "Wet," he said. "Don't worry about it, Chet," Dollard said softly. "You know Charbonneau and his bladder." The giant didn't answer, but Dollard must have transmitted a message, because two other psych techs came jogging over from a far corner. One black, one white, just as muscular as Dollard but a lot younger, wearing the same uniform of short-sleeved sport shirt, jeans, and sneakers. Photo badges clipped to the collar. The heat and the run had turned the techs' faces wet. Milo's sport coat had soaked through at the armpits, but the giant hadn't let loose a drop of sweat. His face tightened some more as he watched the urinating man shake himself off, then duck-walk across the yard, pants still puddled around his ankles. "Wet." "We'll handle it, Chet," soothed Dollard. The black tech said, "I'll go get those trousers up." He sauntered toward Charbonneau. The white tech stayed with Chet. Dollard gave Chet another pat, and we moved on. 10 yards later, I looked back. Both techs were flanking Chet. The giant's posture had changed, shoulders higher, head craning as he continued to stare at the space vacated by Charbonneau. Milo said, "Guy that size, how can you control him?" "We don't control him," said Dollard. "Clozapine does. Last month his dosage got upped after he beat the crap out of another patient. Broke about a dozen bones." "Maybe he needs even more," said Milo. "Why?" "He doesn't exactly sound coherent." Dollard chuckled. "Coherent?" He glanced at me. "Know what his daily dosage is, Doctor? 1,400 milligrams. Even with his body weight, that's pretty thorough, wouldn't you say?" "Maximum's usually around 900, I told Milo. "Lots of people do well on a third of that." Dollard said, "He was on 11 mgs when he broke the other inmate's face." Dollard's chest puffed a bit. "We exceed maximum recommendations all the time. The psychiatrists tell us it's no problem." He shrugged. "Maybe Chet'll get even more, if he does something else bad." We covered more ground, passing more inmates. Untrimmed hair, slack mouths, empty eyes, stained uniforms. None of the iron pumper bulk you see in prisons. These torsos were soft, warped, deflated. I felt eyes on the back of my head, glanced to the side, and saw a man with haunted prophet eyes and a chest full of black beard staring at me. Above the facial pelt, his cheeks were sunken and sooty. Our eyes engaged. He came toward me, arms rigid, neck bobbing. He opened his mouth. No teeth. He didn't know me, but his eyes were rich with hatred. My hands fisted. I walked faster. Dollard noticed and cocked his head. The bearded man stopped abruptly, stood there in the full sun, planted like a shrub. The red exit sign on the far gate was 500 feet away. Dollard's keyring jangled. No other techs in sight. We kept walking. Beautiful sky, but no birds. A machine began grinding something. I said, "Chet's ramblings. There seems to be some intelligence there." "What, 'cause he talks about books?" said Dollard. "I think before he went nuts he was in college somewhere. I think his family was educated." "What got him in here?"